What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back into the video on the channel, and today we took it to Bonchon. So Bonchon has a meal called K-Box to go, which I thought was perfect for Super Bowl Sunday. So I wanted to test this bad boy out today. It is a large order, 50 wings. You can get any sauce you want, or two half and half. I'll show you in a second. We do have an order of fries. These are all fries, so you get this much fries. A giant box of fries with another giant box of fries. And then you get 5 different sauces. Let me show you what I got. I got an order of 25 soy garlic wings, an order of 25 yang yum wings. Those are my 2 favorite flavors. You can pick any one you want to. Then there's 2 pounds of fries here. So I'm gonna show you the giant, massive amount of fries. A giant order of fries. No, I'm not done because there's more fries. With even more fries. And then you get 5 sauces. So I got 1 of each, 2 sides of ranch sauce, a side of bibimbap sauce, Japanese mayo, and spicy mayo. I wanted to do something a little different for Super Bowl Sunday, so I wanted to try this out and just see what it is hitting for. But there's a lot of food here. It's just me. But I'll figure out what to do with the rest of this. But drop a thumbs up. You guys already know the vibes, man. Let's get into this. I just want to dig into a bunch of... Okay, is this an excuse just to order Bonchon twice in a week? Yep. Not gonna lie. I mean, why wouldn't I? As many of y'all know, I've always been a fan of Bonchon's wings. They got that twice fry that they do on these, which just gets that optimal crunch. I'm wasting way too much of y'all time. If you've never had Bonchon, you have got to try it. These are the yang yum wings. They just came out with these recently, but it's become my second favorite flavor other than the soy garlic. I just like that it gives more than just the spicy. It has a spicy, but there's also a little sweet, like a little bit of everything in these. Man. I might just sit there and eat 50 wings. Whether you're alone or you have a bunch of people with you, I don't really think you can go wrong with this. Oh, this looks like a good one. Oh, this looks like a good one. And then that tried and true classic. These are the soy garlics. These are so good. I never tried these dipping sauces, but I also want to try these fries out. I like their seasoned fries. You can see the seasoning on there. It's like a Parmesan type of cheese on that. With the ranch. Bro, this is hitting right now. Bibimbap sauce. Look at that. Look at the color on that. It's almost like a little sweet, a little spicy. There's definitely gochujang in there. Y'all gonna think I'm weird, but spicy mayo. I'm gonna tell you what, Super Bowl's about to be lit. I'm gonna make a lot of friends this year. Now, if you use the Bonchon app, you can get this delivered to you or go and get it picked up. But put your order in now and make sure you get this on time because I have a feeling. Now, this thing feeds 6 to 8 people or just one of me. But I'll probably invite some people over for the game, I'm not gonna lie. I just realized I went through all these. I didn't even read anything. Does it really matter? Some of y'all never had Bonchon, so let me put you on. This one right here again. This is the soy garlic. Bonchon seasoning is like perfectly balanced. It has both the soy and the garlic, but the twice fry on this is really what makes this like the wing that I want. They're nice and crispy. They're nice and crispy on the outside, but still super juicy on the inside. They like hand brush these. Man. But the flavor on these is always on point. Even though this is a giant order of 50 wings, the quality didn't go down. And that's kind of what I wanted to see. Sometimes you put in big orders and you end up with like 50 soggy wings. These ain't soggy at all. And I did pick this up, so I didn't get it delivered. I wouldn't do the delivery. I don't trust somebody bringing this many wings. But I'm sure they'll still be alright. You just, damn. You don't want to be caught being like, oh, when's the wings gonna get here? At least if you go and get them. Oh, this is gonna be, look at this. This is the Yang Yum. Their Yang Yum is like sweet, spicy, a little savory. It's like they took all their sauces and put it onto one wing. It's become one of my favorite flavors, but I'm gonna go in with the ranch. This is their best flavor to me now. It's so good. As far as franchise wings go, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I'm not talking about price or anything like that, these are probably like my favorite, and that includes Wingstop. That's saying something. Look at this. Is that for that? A little bit of this. I just sat here and ordered 50 wings for me. I'll watch the game and be happy. I don't even really need nobody. I'll be trying to watch anyway. If I was rating these on a chain wing scale, these are my favorites of any of them. Any chain. Like, real talk. I would give this one a 9.7, and I'll give this one a 9.5. They're that close, but I'd give the slight edge to this one because I like the spicy sweet. If you know anything about how I am, the spicy sweet balance is perfect for me, but this one also has a little bit of savory. And then their fries. I love the seasoning on these. Or a solid 9. And you get this right here. The spicy mayo. I don't know why I got QP mayo, which is Japanese mayonnaise. And yes, I will dip my fries in mayo. It's actually a thing. But it's going to be a good fry though. What I would, you know what I do? Alright, peep it. I'm going to go in with this, and then the QP mayo, which is probably what their spicy mayo is. But you still got to try it. Nah, it's different. It's different. Slightly different. But man. I just thought this year for Super Bowl, I was going to do, like, wings from a pizza place. But I saw some of the prices. Most of the places are doing like 2 pies with, I think, 20 wings and a 2-liter bottle of soda. And it's like $100. This one, you get all these fries and everything. 50 wings, which are giant wings. For, I think it comes out to 80. No, 75. If you get seasoned fries, it's an extra $4 though. Instead of regular fries, I just like the seasoned, so I'll pay the extra. But even if I do that and get 2 pizzas outside of that, right? Depending on the place, you can get a large pie at certain places like 15. So I figure that'll bring me up to 100. And then drinks, you know what I'm saying? You can get any kind of drinks, but a 2-liter bottle wasn't going to cut it for a Super Bowl party. But I would rather do this and get pizza than the other one. That's where my brain was going. But like I said, I wasn't sure how these were going to hold up. But my crisis is averted. This is the play. This is what I'm eating on Super Bowl Sunday. So I'll do another like themed meal on another day. But I figure most people aren't going to be watching YouTube on Super Bowl Sunday, right? We eat more food on Super Bowl Sunday than any other day in the United States. Really. We be eating. But let me know. I'm curious, because this is what I usually do, pizza and wings. What do y'all do on Super Bowl Sunday? Do you cook your own food? Do you make your own appetizers? Do you kind of just have finger food? I know I've been to some places where they do like, I've seen people do like deviled eggs or like shrimp cocktail or stuff like that. And those are cool. I think that's cool if you have like mad people. Like if you walk in there, some people do Super Bowl parties, like 20, 30 people. It's better to have that kind of stuff. But if it's like 4 or 5 people, you always end up with like way too much food. So I'd rather do something like this with some pizzas and like maybe like a like some chips and just like, you know, drinks. You know. But I know it's not Super Bowl Sunday yet, but I get excited for this. And the game used to be at the end of January, and they moved it back a week. So now it's always the first weekend of February. Technically, it's the second weekend of February, but it's always one of my favorite times of the year because as a person who loves football, you know, I grew up with it, I breathe it, I love it. It's one of the few times that like the whole world almost, or at least most of this country, I know the rest of the world does tune in. I got some Diet Mid here. It was like $7 for a 24 pack. At that point, you can give this to me. But even people who don't like sports will still go to the event because it's more than just the game in this case. And people like the commercials. There's the halftime show. I think Usher's doing it this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 90s kid, bro, so by the time I was a teenager, Usher was popping. So I'm ready for that. And then, of course, the game. You got 2 really good teams this year, so if you like football in general, y'all hear that? No, I got a dog barking. I don't know if my mic's picking it up, but I can hear it. But the Chiefs and the 49ers both really good teams, so it should be a good game. It's in Vegas this year. I'm just expecting a good time all around. But something else I wanted to touch on before I do get out of here. I'm glad a lot of you guys watched the video I made yesterday with my dad. I appreciate that most of the things you had to say were nice. You know, obviously being family members, I'm going to be protective even though that is my father. I don't really like when people say bad things about, like, you can say what you want about me, but when I bring other people on, I take more exception to people saying stuff about them. It's a big reason why there's not a lot of people that I would bring onto this channel. Not because I'm like looking to keep people out of it. I just know the people I've been around long enough to who would take exception to things being said about them and who wouldn't. So he's very much like me, as much as you guys know, he don't really care. I've already talked to him about it. He watched the video for the first time and he was like, not bad. He's more critical of himself than anybody. I know he's watching this, so he said, which I find funny, I have the same problem. He said, I kept looking around and not at the camera. I do the same thing. And I understand that most people don't really get it, but to keep constant eye contact like this, just staring at a camera, just seems really weird. Because I'm not talking to anybody right now. There's no one in this room. It's an inanimate object. So sometimes you be looking at it and you be like, wait, am I just staring at this? This is kind of awkward. So you start doing things. But I'm going to tell you what I told them. He did great. I think I would like to do more stuff with people. I think It's a nice addition. It's not something that's going to be every day, but I know people have been asking about Sam. I don't really keep a crazy circle. You know what I'm saying? Just at my age, most of my friends got family, stuff like that. So we're cool, but it's a little different now. So I'll talk to him. If you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, I'm intending on, for people who don't know, I said it in the video yesterday, I ordered those wings from Atlanta. It cost $190 to ship those wings from here, but I thought it was really awesome to try stuff that I never got to try without having to travel just for one thing. So the traveling thing is happening. Obviously, you see, full disclosure, I am in the process of getting a new car, not because I'm trying to buy an expensive car. That's not the deal. My car is like fine for me. I don't drive a lot, but if I'm going to be driving longer distances, I want something that's a little more economical with gas mileage because it's going to cost. And obviously, I just want something that has a little more room to carry stuff in it. My car's fine for just me. It's not a small car, but I'm 6'1", in case there's people or something like that. So you get the idea. Just looking for something a little more room. So once I do that, we'll be able to move around a little bit more. But we've already been doing the car thing. But also with that, I never want to lose doing the setup stuff. So when I say setup, I mean like the home base. So I thought it would be really cool. We found this on stream when I used Goldbelly and I ordered wings from Atlanta. I have another thing I said in the video, which is a deep dish from Chicago. If you guys support that, again, it costs a lot of money. I'm interested in doing it, but you guys dictate where that wants to go. So as long as you support that, we'll add that. And since it's a lot of food that I can't necessarily just hand out like that, I would want like family to have and stuff like that. So yesterday my dad got to try them. I had him bring some home for, my mom, etc. And that would be a cool thing for me if I brought other people on with that. So you guys can let me know in the comments. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, like bring more and stuff like that. They're family, bro. They got obligations, their own family. They have their own things, their own jobs, their own lives. So I can't obligate somebody to be on regularly. But I would at least like to do that, 3 or 4 times a month or something like that. I know he's down for it. You know what I'm saying? Look, there is a certain level of comfort that I know you guys may not get. But if I put you in this seat and sit next to me, knowing that the camera is running, you start thinking about other things. There's a certain level of comfort that comes with being on camera regularly that it's tough in the beginning. So I understand people not wanting to do it, and also them not being wanting to handle it. But I just wanted to talk about it and tell you where my head was at. I hear you guys saying, okay, bring more, and I get it. Some of you don't like it. They'd rather have just me, which I get. But it's not like I'm bringing random people off the street. These are all people that I'm cool with. It's my dad, my best friend, stuff like that. There are people who I talk to regularly, and we have great conversations. I still stream with Sam, and I know a lot of people don't watch the streams, but we can do the YouTube thing back. If I talk to him, he'll do it, which is cool. But again, this is my channel. I'm the one that makes a living doing this, so it's got to be cool with them too. You know what I'm saying? I know some people just think of it like that, but I'm obligated to do this because it's my job. I'm putting that in quotes. It's literally my job. It's not theirs. So for me to be like, yo, where you going? It's Friday. You're supposed to be here. Or where you going? It's Saturday. That's not fair to them if they got other stuff to do. I know most of y'all understand that, but I'm just putting it out there. I do see it. And in time, maybe I'll do stuff with other people, but they got to be people that I'm not going to do things just for clout. When I say that, I know a lot of creators collaborate. I get it. I'm cool with collaborating. 100%. But I also have to be cool with that person. I'm not a phony person. If I'm talking to somebody I just met on camera and I think that they're being like off, I'm gonna be like, bro, what do you know what I'm saying? So these are people that I have to talk to behind the scenes to make sure that we're like on the same page, that we get along and stuff like that. Because I know people like drama and stuff. It makes for good views and stuff, but I'm not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about farming stuff, clickbaiting for clout. I want everything to be organic and real. As you saw the conversation with me and my pops yesterday, we talk like that all the time. The camera was running. Once we got going, he got comfortable. He started talking. I was like, bet. I let him go. It's the least y'all heard me probably talk, bro. I let him go. And I can be that as long as I'm with my people. You know what I'm saying? That's an organic conversation. We'll have that same convo off camera. But there was stuff we never talked about that y'all heard for the first time. I didn't know he knew about that fight. It wasn't really a fight. Let me give you my perspective on it real quick before I get out of here, bro. Okay, listen. All right. Peep it. So he said, he DJs as a side job. He has another job where there was a UFC fight. So he was like, you guys want to stop through? It was packed, but, I can get you guys in. This way you guys can watch the fight. I'm not really a UFC fan, but I like the big events. McGregor was fighting Khabib that day, and Khabib'd him. So I'm watching the fight, and I'm staring up at the screen, and I'm like, damn, McGregor got worked. And I just kept talking with my friends and shit, and they were like, you think so? I was like, bro, he just wasn't good. It is what it is. And I could see out the corner of my eye, like probably right there, that I seen a dude that he would glance over, but he just was kind of sitting by himself. I didn't really think too much of it. I could see him. If he would have got up and walked towards me, it was what it was. But I knew he was just mad that he lost a bag just by the way he was acting. That ain't on me. So if he wanted to come up to me and say something, I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm not trying to act like a tough guy, but I wasn't doing anything to offend, bro. If he wanted to come towards me, I'd at first tried to diffuse the situation, but it was what it was. But he saw it and he started turning into, I think he forgets I'm a grown man sometimes. But it wasn't as big as what he was saying. That dude he didn't want no smoke with me, bro. He wasn't, like, I'm not trying to be funny, but he was one of those dudes. He might have had a little bit to drink and he was trying, and I'm used to that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really see myself as being in danger, but as most dudes know, at least most people that have been in a situation like that, like I've been in fights and bars and stuff when I was younger, and you keep your head on a swivel. You know what's going on, but I know when somebody's really about to try to get active. You know what I'm saying? You can tell their whole stance, their demeanor change. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing stuff and you're like, all right, let me, whatever. I'm gonna bring Sam on because there was a story with him. I'm not gonna tell y'all because that involved me and him, and I was my dad in that situation and he didn't know what was going on, and I had to talk to him afterwards where I was like, you didn't see that? I have to bring him on for that because that was crazy. We was at a club and he ain't see, and I was like, I was next to him and I'm like this. I'm looking. I'm like, if this dude walk over here, it's about to. Nothing happened though. He got SU'd away by his friends. I'm gonna let him talk about that story, but I want to talk about Super Bowl Sunday, kind of where this is going from this little State of the Union. Haven't done that in a while, and I know I've been talking for a while, so I'm gonna get out of y'all here. But I hope y'all have a wonderful week. I hope that you have a productive week. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all support. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.